Oh, the carnage, the humanity!
The infamous mascot fight between Cal and Stanford might be the greatest mascot fight in college sports history. Footage of the fight, forever immortalized on ESPN's SportsCenter in 1995, shows the Stanford tree charging Oski and grappling with him, a pre-brawl collision that shattered the fiberglass inside Oski's head and cut the face of the student wearing it. The actual brawl in the second half got incredibly serious. Oski's head fell off and punches flew until event staff and campus police swarmed in to pull them apart. Years later, I got to speak on the phone with both mascots. It's been a long-standing tradition for Oski's identity to stay anonymous, and while we know the name and have corroborated the identity of the infamous Oski involved in the tree brawl in 1995, we're opting not to share it here for this very reason. The night of February 15th, 1995, hours before tip-off, Oski already thought he wasn't going to don the mascot costume, explaining the Oski committee always had multiple people trained to play the Cal's mascot. He was already at a bar playing in a Black Sabbath cover band and taking liberal advantage of a free drinks for the band policy. He was half passed out by the time he got to his Cal fraternity when two of his Oski bodyguards came to collect him and transport him to Maples Pavilion for a Cal-Stanford basketball game. They loaded him into the Oski-mobile, basically any crappy college car when Oski is in it becomes the Oski-mobile, and got him suited up and parked him on the basketball court just in time for tip-off. During a first-half TV timeout that was supposed to feature a performance by Stanford's Dolly's dance team, Oski drunkenly stumbled out onto the court. Ari Mervis, the Stanford tree at the time, unaware of Oski's current state, took immediate offense. Mervis, now 50, tells me this was Stanford's court, and I felt some obligation to defend the honor of the school. Mervis, who was stone cold sober at the time, playfully charged at Oski, except he didn't stop. At full speed, the tree slammed into the bear, who fought for his life simply to stay upright. The two grappled for a few seconds before disengaging and returning to character. The collision shattered part of the fiberglass inside Oski's head, slashing his face, and blood was now everywhere inside a costume head, already dripping with sweat. Oski's handlers pleaded with him to cease retaliation, but fueled by halftime beers in the parking lot and a rational college student confidence, Cal's mascot made his way over to the Stanford cheering section during a second half timeout. The next fight between the two mascots included Oski executing two double-leg wrestling takedowns of the tree, followed by the tree knocking off Oski's mascot head. Both mascots were detained by law enforcement and interviewed separately by Stanford police. "This is the last basketball game I'm ever working," the exasperated officer replied, while struggling to interrogate Cal's mascot. Criminal charges were ultimately never filed, but the story made national news. Mervis ended up serving a multi-day suspension that would stick with him for years and ultimately delay his admission to the Illinois bar. Oski, though, got off almost entirely scot-free, save for the fiberglass injury. He even started a binder with photos of the fight and media clippings of every mention. I know, because he texted me pictures of every page.